Hi everyone, welcome to another in the series of videos covering the main topics in how to use Foxtrot NDIS to manage your NDIS supports. This video is covering the topic of participant intake, and in this video we will create or add a new participant into your database. So let's get started. Adding a new participant is easy. There's a process set up with a series of screens to collect the information that's required, and that process can be accessed under this hamburger menu at the top right of the Foxtrot screen, and it's the participant intake process. But before I start that, I would just want to mention that some people in the past have used add customer, and that creates a problem because it doesn't collect all the information that you need to collect. It doesn't collect all the information required, and you end up with a participant who's missing significant and important information. So we run the participant intake to add a new participant. Opens a new window, and you can see here this process is a wizard, if you like. It's a series of 4 screens, which is represented by these breadcrumbs across the top here. We'll just step through these screens. We'll enter the information, and then at the end we'll confirm, and the new participant will be created. So the first screen is just collecting standard contact information. The next 3 are customizable screens. They're collecting NDIS related information, but they can be modified on request for your needs. So if there are other fields you want to add onto those screens, or there are fields that you don't need, we can add and remove those. We can even add a whole new screen to collect a whole new category of information into this series if you so wish. So let's get started. I'm going to create a new participant whose name is Jill Lynch. We must enter at least one phone number. Yeah, that works. I'll enter my email address. And we can choose date of birth, which is optional, but I'm going to enter one. So just to point out what's optional and what's mandatory, throughout Foxtrot, any field which has a black label is a mandatory field, any field which has a grey label is optional. So on this screen, date of birth is optional. Let's enter a postal address. So let's say that Jill lives in the city of Redcliffe near Brisbane. 23 Griffith Road, Queensland, Redcliffe. And postcode, we can use the looking glass to find the postcode if we don't know it. Otherwise, you can just enter the postcode, click next, then we move on to the second breadcrumb, which is the second screen. This screen is collecting contact information for friends and family. So let's say that we're going to enter an emergency contact, Jill's sister Fran. So a label so that we can recognise this phone number later, what it is, the mobile number 100 568, and we'll flag that Fran is Jan's emergency contact, and we could enter her email address if we wish, but we'll give that a miss on this occasion to keep the thing moving along. Next, registration. This collects a number of registration fields. We always enter new participants as waitlisted. If you have the NDIS number, now you'd want to be a good time to enter it. Primary diagnosis, living with anxiety and depression, referral from her GP, current program, she wants to use our NDI supports program. That's all the mandatory fields on this screen, but let's also indicate that she's looking for psychology services. Next, this screen is collecting the high-level detail of the service booking, if you have it. If not, you can come into this screen in Foxtrot and fill all this information in later. But for now, let's say we've got a service booking starting this month, 1st of February, and running for 1 year until the end of January in 2024. It's for supports under the Core Assistance with Daily Living support category in NDIS, and you've got a budget of $10,000. There's room here to enter up to 3 service bookings under 3 different support categories, but we'll leave it at that for now. Click Next, and we come to the final Confirm screen. Click Finish now, and we'll create our new participant. We can also use the Previous button to go back and review the data before we finally confirm it. Previous and Next. So eventually we come to the Confirm screen and click Finish. Now we've got a new participant, and you can see here it's telling us that the client ID in the Foxtrot system has been generated as that number there. We can copy that number down, or we can just go and find our new participant in Foxtrot based on her name. So I'm going to close that participant intake process. Now it's completed, and we come to the Foxtrot search screen, customer search, and I'll start typing the surname. And after I've typed 2 or 3 letters, the system will find our new participant. We select them and open them. Opens their customer record, which is a series of tabs, each with a different category of information. You can see here that our participant is currently waitlisted, so we need to admit them as a participant. So we need to run an approval process. So when you're ready to have them as a participant, you go to the More tab here. Under More, you'll find Approvals and Actions. We click New to create a new action, and we're going to run an approval action, which is the only available action because for waitlisted participants, that's all you can do with them. We can put a note in if you wish to enter some information about your approval and save that. And now if we go back to the Summary tab and we have a look, and we should find, yes, we do, that our participant is now been upgraded to the status of participant. And so we can move on now and add a client plan and start recording supports we provide to this participant, which we'll do in another video. So that's all I have. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful, and let's catch up somewhere further down the line.